What's up, everybody? It's Cody with Blood Money MMA Bets, and I'm back with another prediction video. This week, I'm going to be breaking down UFC 278 Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards. Decent card, man. Not the greatest fights for a pay-per-view, really, but we're going to find some good spots. I got one solid bet in so far, and we'll have some more by the end of the week. We're going to do a quick recap of UFC San Diego, then we'll get right into these UFC 278 picks. UFC San Diego is just all bad, man. I went 0-4 on my bets with one draw for minus 10.4 units. First reverse sweep I've ever had. It's the most units I've ever lost. But man, that was just a terrible, weird card, man. People didn't fight right. Poor fight IQ. I don't even know what happened, man. That was a really, really weird card. But yeah, man, 0-4, 4 losing bets. Ode Osborne over 2.5 rounds, and the way for him to win that fight was to stick and move, use that big cage, and just piece Nam up for over 3 rounds. Nam's low output, got the counter right hand. You definitely do not do a flying knee with your hands down right into his right hand. That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. So yeah, I lost that over. Second losing bet was Marlon Vera parlayed with Ode Osborne, and we just went over that. So it's like, yeah, what the fuck, Ode? Minus 2 units on that one. Third losing bet, I had Martin Boudet parlayed with Bruno Silva, and both them guys look terrible. Martin Boudet, grab people, clinch them, knee them, beat them up in the clinch, all that. He didn't even try that one time in his fight. He didn't deserve that win. And Bruno Silva, man, I don't know what happened. Like, he literally looked like he didn't belong in the UFC. Like, he was just throwing haymakers at air against Gerard Meerschaert. Like, he was getting outstruck by Gerard Meerschaert. He looked gassed after the first round. That was just super weird, man. Especially after, he got out-grappled for 2 rounds and just held down and used a lot of energy against Andrew Sanchez. Came back in the 3rd round, looked fresh, and knocked him out when he gassed. So I don't know what happened there, man. Minus 4.1 units on that bet, man. So yeah, my 4th losing bet, I had the Benavidez over 1.5 rounds, under 1.5 rounds, and parlayed with Silva, and yeah, I don't know what happened. So that was my 4th losing bet. I lost 2.5 units on that, and my whole night came down to Bruno Silva. When it came to that fight, I was either gonna lose, because I'd already lost 2 of my bets. I was either going to win my 2 big bets and be up 2.5 units, or I was going to lose and be down to 10.4. And yeah, man, Silva really let me down. Like, that was just weird, man. But it is what it is. We're going to come back, get that back next weekend. They basically took all the money I won from 277 backs, and now I got to get it back on 278. That brings my official bet record to 133.98 for plus 39.05 units. My units are $100, so I'm up $3,905. And we're going to add on to that and get back up over this 40 unit mark this weekend, man. It's like I tell my daughter, either we win or we learn a lesson. And this week we lost, but the lesson that we learned is, why did I have so many parlays? I preached don't play parlays, and for some reason I got 3 parlays because Vegas kind of tells you, oh, all these people are favorites, so you should parlay them. So yeah, man, the lesson learned is 1 parlay at most per show, man. And I'm not going to lose it all on losing one guy on a couple parlays anymore. So that's the lesson learned, and we're going to do it. We're going to be back this week even better. So let's get into these UFC 278 fights. Fight number 1 is in the women's flyweight division. We got Miranda Maverick versus Shanna Young. Miranda Maverick is 10-4, currently sitting at minus 475. Shanna Young is 8-4, currently sitting at plus 350. And yeah, man, I expect Miranda Maverick to dominate this fight, to be honest. She's already beat Shanna Young one time about 3 years ago. She rear naked choked her in the first round, and I don't see it being too much different this time, because I feel like they both improved a little bit, but I feel like Miranda Maverick's improved a little more. She's got good offensive and defensive grappling, nice leg kicks. Miranda Maverick has nice boxing with a good variety of strikes. She actually has some pretty good power too for a girl, but she mixes in her striking and her grappling really well. You've seen last fight against Sabino Mazo, she was able to take her down and get the submission, beat her up for a little bit. She's got really nice top pressure and ground and pound. I really like Miranda Maverick. She's young, she's an up-and-comer, and I believe that she's going to have a good fight here. Shanna Young, man, she's 8-4, like I said. She's got decent boxing, decent striking. She's got pretty good grappling. She comes from a wrestling background. She's got pretty good wrestling and pretty good ground and pound when she's on top. You seen her last fight against Gina Mazzani. The problem is when she's out grappled, like when she was against Stephanie Egger, man, she can really be beat down, and she kind of looks for ways out. So I got Miranda Maverick here. I got her by second round rear naked choke. It might take her to the second round to get it. It took her like 2 minutes and last time to rear naked choke Shanna Young out. So expect to go to the second round. I have no bets on Miranda Maverick, but I am going to bet the under on this. I'm going to bet the under. Miranda Maverick has a lot of finishes. She has like 6 to 7 finishes in her career, and Shanna Young's been finished in 3 out of her 4 losses. So I expect the same thing to happen. I expect Miranda Maverick to come out here, barely even mess around with striking, get the takedown, put a little ground and pound on Shanna Young, and get that finish in the first or second round. But I'm definitely betting, and I'm hoping. I haven't seen the line yet, but I'm hoping it comes out pretty big because they never expect girl fights to finish. So if I could get like plus even 150 on the under 2.5, I'm taking that. Fight number 2 is in the men's lightweight division. We got Jared Gordon versus Leandro Santos. Jared Gordon is 18-5, currently sitting at minus 325. Leandro Santos is 18-5-1, currently sitting at plus 250. Jared Gordon, man, we've seen him a lot in the UFC. He usually fights down at 145, but he couldn't make the weight no more. He's got pretty good striking. He's got pretty good boxing, decent leg kicks, good grappling, decent offensive wrestling, good defensive wrestling, but he's got good jiu-jitsu on his back or on top. He's got really good pace, really good cardio, but he's really not all that dangerous, man. You've seen in his last fight against Grant Dawson, he was taken down and controlled the whole fight. Even when it's standing, he doesn't have like KO power or nothing like that. So I like him though, but he pushes an excellent pace and he's got excellent cardio. Really nice offensive and defensive sub defense. But man, the guy's chinny. He's been finished by KO in in his last 3 losses lately. He's got 5 KO losses total in his career. He's been finished every time. He's got 1 sub. He lost to Grant Dawson by sub. But man, the dude's chinny. And I don't know. I know that Leandro Santos is older here, but 42 years old. But Jared Gordon is 34 years old. So he's not really the youngest guy himself, man. Leandro Santos, I actually like him a lot. Like he's tall. He's 6 foot. He's gonna have 3 inches of height here, and he's gonna have 7 inches of reach. World-class BJJ. Dude's got really good offensive and defensive wrestling. Like, you seen him stop all of Grant Dawson's takedowns until he got tired a little bit in that 3rd round. But he was actually able to even hip toss Grant Dawson down. He's got good wrestling himself. Really nice striking. Like, I like his striking. He's got long striking. He throws good long punches. He's got really good power. He's got some knockouts in the UFC. I know his last fight looked terrible because he hurt Clay Guida and went for the finish, and it should have been finished. I can't believe the ref didn't stop it. And Clay Guida ended up surviving it. Leandro Santos gassed himself out and then was finished in that second. But if you go back and watch Leandro Santos versus Grant Dawson, man, he was stopping all them takedowns. He was piecing Grant Dawson up on the feet. Like, Grant Dawson wasn't even getting close to takedowns in that 1st and 2nd round. And I just like Leandro Santos here, man. As a big underdog at plus 250, I believe Santos can touch Jared Gordon's chin in that 1st round, man. I really do. I think that he can, and if he can't, even if he can't get the stoppage, I feel like he can win the 1st and 2nd round like he was doing against Grant Dawson and then survive in the 3rd round, because Jared Gordon's not no finisher, man. And he might, and if he just has to stand and strike with Leandro Santos, he's going to get beat up a little bit. I like Santos here, plus 250. I'm really thinking about throwing a little bet on Santos. I mean, I don't trust Jared Gordon. You see Santos, like I said, even his last fight against Clay Guida, he was able to hurt Clay really bad in that 1st round, almost get to finish the fight. Before that, he was beating Grant Dawson, in my opinion, got knocked out with 1 second left on a lucky big hammer fist. Wasn't lucky, just good. But before that, man, he's got solid wins, man. And I really think that he can beat Jared Gordon. His size advantage, he's going to be able to stop the wrestling, and I think he's going to be able to win the striking and then survive the 3rd. So at plus 250, I'm really thinking of throwing like 1 unit on him, 1.25 units. So yeah, especially after seeing what happened yesterday with all them underdogs covering, man. They put all these people as these big favorites, and even when they get in the ring and you got your bet on them, you're like, damn, they don't look that much better than this person at all. Boudet, definitely. I mean, Santos should look better, but or Bruno Silva. So I mean, I'm looking at Leandro Santos. I really am. I'm not that impressed with Jared Gordon. Like, he's not a world beater, especially at 155. You've seen him get knocked out pretty easy by people. I mean, Charles Oliveira did it, and it's not like he just threw this beating on him. He caught him with 1 good shot. Nice uppercut, actually, put him down. But, yeah, man, I like Leandro Santos in that. Next fight number 3 is in the men's flyweight division. We got Amir Albazi versus Francisco Figeiredo. Amir Albazi is 14-1, and he's currently sitting at -400. Francisco Figeiredo is 13-4-1, currently sitting at +300. And Amir Albazi, man, I like this kid. He's good. He's very well-rounded. He's got good striking, super tough, super mean, super good defense in his striking. He's got a really nice striking with both hands, really good boxing in both hands. He throws power leg kicks, nice single and double leg takedowns. He really mixes his grappling in good. He's good off his back or he's good on top. You seen him against Malcolm Gordon, he was able to get the takedown. He actually got reversed, but was able to go right into a triangle from the reversal. And Malcolm Gordon's not that bad. This guy's got 5 submissions with 4 different kinds of subs. Really nice jab to set up his striking. I love that he uses a jab. You see in his fight with Master Z, Zagauskas, his last fight, he was able to keep range and beat up Master Z, mix in a little bit of grappling. Master Z's not bad, man. He's really well-rounded, and he's tough to finish. But very fast and explosive in his movement. Showed me he had an excellent cardio and pace against Master Z. That's what I was looking for because he hasn't been to the 3rd round all that much. But, man, he's good, dude. Francisco Figueiredo, we've seen him decent. He's got okay striking, decent offensive and defensive wrestling, and he's got pretty good jiu-jitsu, but the dude tires out after 1 round. Like, I was watching his fight with Malcolm Gordon. He made it close, but, at first round he looked really good, but after that he was able to let Malcolm Gordon take over a little bit in them second rounds. He's got good top control when he gets on top, pretty good ground and pound, but like I said, suspect gas tank, pretty dangerous with the submission attempts. You've seen him get that win last time against Daniel Da Silva, but Daniel Da Silva and Amir Albazi are way different fighters, man. So give me Amir Albazi. I'm going to take him by decision, maybe a 3rd round sub if Figueiredo does gas out, but I just like everything I see about Albazi, man. Great striking, great wrestling, great grappling, good pace, good cardio, man. I don't know what's not to like with him here. I see him being a nice problem in this flyweight division. So yeah, give me Albazi, man. And I do have him in a parlay, actually. I'll get to that as I get to it. Fight number 4 is in the men's welterweight division. We got AJ Fletcher versus Ange Lucie. AJ Fletcher is 9-1, sitting at 9-1, currently sitting at -155. Ange Lucie is 8-3, currently sitting at +125. And yeah, man, I like what I see with AJ Fletcher. I liked what I seen on short notice in that Semmelsberger fight. He has good striking. He's got good movement, good explosive striking. Good wrestling, good jiu-jitsu, good top control, good ground and pound. I really do like what I see about him. Yeah, he's slowed down. I feel like if he was on a full camp against Semmelsberger, he might have been able to get that win because he won the first round clearly. Second round, he was winning the first half of the round, and then he was swept, and it kind of looked like from there he got tired. Semmelsberger, he's a beast, dude, so he kind of took over. But I really like what I see from this kid. Really nice ground pound, nice spinning back fist and flying knees, nice powerful leg kicks. He has really nice leg kicks. He's finished 8-9 wins, 4 KO, 4 subs, so he's got a mix, of striking and good grappling, man. The kid's really well-rounded, really nice power double leg, but he did, like I said, slow down a little bit against Semmelsberger after 1, but we'll see him on a full camp. Lucie, man, this dude, he's decent. It's weird. If you watch the beginning of his career, he used to fight like a savage, dude. He used to come out and just go nuts and try to finish dudes and kind of gas himself a little bit. But he's been fighting a little bit better a little bit more, more smart as his career's gone on. He's got decent striking. He's got a pretty good jab, but like his right hand's not all that good. It's like not all that accurate and powerful. It's weird. He has nice fast striking. Really nice fast jab. He likes to use a double jab, which I like. He's got good offensive and defensive grappling. He's got pretty good submissions. He almost caught Jack Della Maddalena in an arm triangle in their fight on the Contender Series, but decent offensive and defensive grappling. His right hand is inaccurate, like I said, with no power. Only fought 4 times in 6 years. Like, he's super inactive, and he's just like he's kind of low output. He waits for the other guys to strike, like he did against Munir Lazez, and he did against Jack Della Maddalena. He was letting them guys strike first, kind of waiting. He just doesn't seem that dangerous to me. Doesn't seem that powerful. He looks powerful, but he's just not dangerous. I'm taking AJ Fletcher here. I'm taking him by decision, and I really think that he's going to be able to get this win and look kind of good in it. I'm not a fan of Ange loose, so I'm going to see what that line does, which way it goes, and I'm thinking of putting a straight bet on AJ Fletcher. We'll see, we'll see if he makes it into the bet lineup, but I do like him. I'm picking him. I'm not that impressed with Ange loose anywhere. He's tough. He's going to stay in the fight, so I just might take the over because he's not dangerous, but he's super durable. But AJ Fletcher is pretty dangerous, man, so we'll see. I think I'm going to bet Fletcher, though. Fight number 5 is in the women's bantamweight division. We got Lucie Pulilova versus Yanan Wu. Not the greatest fight in the world. Lucie Padova's 13-7, currently sitting at -155. Wu Yanan is 13-5, currently sitting at +130. I watched Lucie Padova. I'm just not that impressed with her. She already had a run in the UFC before where she lost 4 fights in a row. She had like a couple wins early in her UFC career, but lost 4 in a row. Went to another organization and fought some really low-level girls, got some wins. She's got decent striking, decent long jab, decent takedown defense, but she just doesn't impress me anywhere in MMA. She's low output. She's not that powerful. She goes the decision and split decision a lot. Just to stay away from that. This fight in general, but with Wu Yanan, man, I'm actually way more impressed with her than I am with Lucie Padova. There's no way I'm betting this fight, but if I did, it would be Wu Yanan, man. She's only 2 of her wins though are over people with a winning record, and one was 3-2. But she's got pretty decent striking. She showed that she's tough and got decent striking in that last fight with Marilla Bueno Silva. She landed some shots of her own. She actually landed a couple takedowns in that, but Silva was able to get back up. But she's got pretty decent striking. She's good at throwing combos, punch combos, 2-3 punch combos, and ending it with a leg or a body kick. So I really like that. Like I said, she can mix in her grappling decently with her striking, and she may be able to land some takedowns here. So she throws way more output, and the grappling advantages in hers, so she's going to throw more output, and I believe she might be able to land a takedown or 2 in this fight. She has pretty good timing on him, so give me Wu Yanan by decision, man, but I'm not betting this fight, staying far away from it. Fight number 6 is in the men's flyweight division. We got Victor Altamirano versus Daniel Da Silva. Victor Altamirano is 10-2, currently sitting at -200. Daniel Da Silva is 11-3, currently sitting at +160. And yeah, man, this fight, Da Silva's coming in on late notice. This fight's like low level, man. Both these guys are low level in my opinion. Victor Altamirano fights close with everybody. He's got a decent striking style. He's good at switching stances. He's got good body kicks. He's got decent boxing. Pretty good offensive and defensive wrestling, but he just doesn't seem to be great anywhere, and he seems to be able to be overpowered. He was taken down on the Contender Series a lot, and he just fights really close fights. His last 2 fights are split decisions. His better striking out of southpaw stance. He will switch stances a lot. He has really nice body kicks, nice movement, striking defense, pretty good submissions off his back. But if he can't hit him, he can also be held down. He's suspect takedown defense, and he doesn't hit that hard. He's lost by rear naked choke 4 times in his career, including amateurs. It seems like he's gotten a little better at that. His ground game's gotten a little better, but still, man, you got to take that into consideration here against what seems to be a dangerous jiu-jitsu guy like Daniel Da Silva, man. Daniel Da Silva, really just aggressive fighter. Goes for the KO and standing. Throws a lot of crazy kicks, a lot of powerful stuff. He's got good wrestling. He's going to have the wrestling advantage here, and I believe the jiu-jitsu advantage. That's why I'm going to stay away from this fight. I'm going to take because Daniel Da Silva, you've seen against Jeff Molina, man, for about 3 minutes, he was able to really land some good ground and pound on Molina, took him down, tried some submission attempts, had a good powerful takedown on him, but then was reversed, and kind of got beat up and gave up a little bit. But in this fight, I don't see him taking his big shots like he did against like he did against Molina. And then his last fight, he landed a good takedown against Figeiredo and then just got put in an E-bar. It's pretty crazy. But I like Victor Altamirano in this fight by decision just for output and cardio. But I would not be surprised if Daniel Da Silva could get a submission or even like some type of club and sub or something, KO in the first round. So I'm staying far away from this fight too. But I like Victor Altamirano by decision. But I'm telling you, he could get taken down and submitted in that first round easily. Fight number 7 is in the men's bantamweight division. We got Aoriqileng versus Jay Perrin. Aoriqileng is 24-11, sitting at -175. Jay Perrin's 10-5, currently sitting at +145. And Aoriqileng, man, I'm impressed with this guy. He's looked good in all 3 of his UFC fights. He's got 2 losses. One to Jeff Molina, which he might have been able to win that fight, man. He was doing good. I almost gave him the second round in that fight, even though he got dropped for like 1 second, but I thought he could have won that fight. Really nice striking, really aggressive, really fast hands, throws good power with both hands, throws a lot of good straight strikes. He's willing to walk through your punches to land some of his own punches. Good at grappling guys up against the cage. Decent with takedowns. Good ground and pound. You seen last fight, he was able to drop Cameron Elsey and then finish him with some nasty ground and pound. But Cameron Elsey is not that good, and that's usually how he gets beat. But pretty good at throwing power combos with both hands. Pretty nice offensive wrestling. I like his forward pressure and pace. Really nice jab he starts combos off with. I like that. I like that in this fight. But he's really good against getting his opponents against the cage and just unloading on them, man. He had a really good fight with Cody Durden too. But I just think that he was kind of draining himself to get down to 125, because usually in them fights he was slowing down by the third round. But I think at 135 is going to look better from him. But excellent cardio and toughness. Really good ground and pound, man. Jay Perrin, good striking, comes from a boxing background, but has pretty decent offensive and defensive wrestling and pretty good grappling. Really nice jab and boxing, like I said. Nice single and double leg, but he has a nice rear naked chokes. He had 4 of them in a row, but they was all over lower level guys. Most of them had losing records and still do. Pretty good offensive grappling, like I said. Pretty good subs. Nice fast hands with good combos, but he's just not really all that dangerous anywhere. He's going to keep this fight close, though. You know, he's not going to get really beat down anywhere. But I can see Aoriqileng getting a 3-round, the easy, clear 3-round decision just by damage. You know, I'm thinking about betting Aoriqileng. I see his prices coming down, so I'm either going to bet him or the over. I think both these dudes are really durable. Jay Perrin's only been finished one time in his career, and that was like 7 years ago. Aoriqileng, he's been finished earlier in his career, but he's also only been finished one time, and that was 5-7. Both these guys got finished, I believe, last time was 5 years ago. So I'm going to be looking at what that over 2.5 or 1.5, whatever they set it at is, and I might be betting that. It's either going to be Aoriqileng or that over. I expect Qileng to get the dominant decision, though. Fight number 8's in the men's featherweight division. We got Sean Woodson versus Lucie Saldana. Sean Woodson's 9-1, currently sitting at -325. Lucie Saldana is 16-7, currently sitting at +250. And yeah, man, this is gonna be another one of them weird fights, man. I'm not really too high on either one of these guys. I know Woodson's a huge favorite. Woodson, boxing background, super big, 6'2" with the 79-inch reach, where Lucie Saldana's 5'11" with 73-inch reach, which he's actually big for one featherweight too. But yeah, Woodson's gonna have 3 inches of height and 6 inches of reach. He uses that reach really well, man. He has really good boxing. He likes to hit people at the end of his punches. He's constantly throwing something. He's got pretty good movement. And like I said, he's just awkwardly long. He's been improving his game with leg kicks and head kicks. He's got really good takedown defense because he's so long. He digs an underhook. Somebody gets a leg up, you know, and he balances on one leg and is able to just, you know, stay up, dude. The dude's got really good takedown defense. Decent leg and body kicks. Nice check hooks from each stance. That's another thing, is he switches stance really good with his boxing. Like, he'll throw a leg kick or a body kick and switch over and go right into the left-hand stance, you know, and just really good at that. I like that. That's really smooth for him. Really good forward pressure. He has decent BJJ with sweeps and subs. He almost caught Yusuf Zalal in a sub, and he's got good sweeps to get back up to his feet. Really good, like I said, really good at using his size and reach. He can be clinched up against the cage, and if he is taken down, he can be held down sometimes, but Lucie Saldana is not doing any of that to him. That's usually better wrestlers that are trying to do that, like Julian Erosa, people like that. Very, very, very tough and very crazy pace, man. Lucie Saldana, not really impressed with this guy at all, man. His first fight with Austin Lingo, he looked great in the first round, gassed out, ended up losing the decision in that fight. And then his last fight against Bruno Silva, I watched live in Columbus. I just wasn't that impressed with him. You know, he's kind of low output. He used to be way more output, but I think since he gassed against Lingo, slowed his game down a little bit. But yeah, man, I'm just not that impressed with him anywhere. He's got really some like good kickboxing, really nice kicks that he uses a ton. He kicks more than he boxes. He's got great leg kicks, body kicks, and head kicks. But I think that's what gasses him out a little bit because he throws power in them. He has decent takedowns, pretty good timing, but I don't think he's going to be able to land him here against Sean Woodson. He was landing him against Bruno Silva, but he wasn't really getting too much ground control. Pretty good BJJ. He does have 7 submissions, but I do not expect him to get this fight to the ground and submit Sean Woodson. Excuse me. But yeah, man, pretty good boxing, but not as good as his kicks. He has nice spinning attacks though, and into head kicks. Like he'll throw a spinning back fist and then finish it with a spinning head kick. So I like that. But in this fight, man, I'm gonna take Sean Woodson. I think this fight stays standing the whole fight, and I think Sean Woodson's able to land the better boxing, the better strikes. But I think this fight goes the distance. Both these dudes are super good, and Sean Woodson really isn't too much of a finisher anyways. I mean, he will piece people up for 3 rounds, but he doesn't usually get the finish. He's more of touching you than just throwing huge power shots. So yeah, give me Sean Woodson. He's so much of a favorite though, big favorite, that I doubt I'm gonna throw him on anything. So, but yeah, fight number 9's in the men's heavyweight division. We got Marcin Tybura versus Alexander Romanov. Marcin Tybura is 22-7, currently sitting at plus 270. Alexander Romanov is 16-0, currently sitting at minus 360. And this is gonna be a tough fight. This is gonna be a big step up in competition for Romanov. He's been fighting lower level guys. You know, Chase Sherman. He had a really tough fight with Juan Espina. So this is a step up in competition, man. Marcin Tybura is really well rounded. Like he's got good striking, decent power, good clinch up against the cage, good striking with his clinch up against the cage. You've seen him do that with Volkov. Really good wrestling, offensive and defensive wrestling. The dude out-wrestled Sergey Spivak for 3 rounds, showed great cardio there. Excellent heavyweight BJJ. He really does have good BJJ. Really strong top control, really powerful ground and pound. You've seen against Greg Hardy. Really good timing on his takedowns. Really nice body lock trips too. Fast body and head kicks. Like he's got good striking. This dude moves good for a heavyweight. And really well-rounded, and I just honestly don't know why he's plus 270 against Romanov, man. To be honest, I love Romanov. Excellent wrestling, pretty good power in his kicks and punches. They're a little awkward, though. But excellent body locks, suplex takedowns, really nice clinch against the cage with strikes, really good chin. You've seen Juan Espina hit him with a giant knee when he was kind of complaining about his glove getting touched, and he took it, stayed awake. Brutal ground and pound when he's on top, man. But he doesn't have really the greatest BJJ. He can hold down like... what's his name, Rogerio de Lima and stuff like that. But I don't know. You've seen against Juan Espina, he really wasn't able to do much on the ground. He's got really fast double leg shot though, and to me, he has lost a lot of weight and he is in a way better shape. But his gas tank's still suspect to me, man. Like when his fight with Juan Espino, Juan won the first round, in my opinion. He won the second round, and then in the third round, he was so gassed that he took that little baby shot to the nuts and was done. And in my opinion, man, Marcin Tybura is a lot better than Juan Espina. Not to say that he would just kill Juan Espina, but Marcin Tybura would beat Juan Espina, man. Marcin Tybura is very good. He's got some good wins in the UFC. Yeah, man, this is going to be weird. I know people's going to be all over me, but I'm actually going to take Marcin Tybura as an underdog in this fight. I think this is a huge step up in competition with Romanov. I think that Marcin Tybura is going to have just as good wrestling as Romanov, or he may get taken down once or twice in the first round, but then he'll be able to stop it. And if he ever gets to take down on Romanov and Romanov starts slowing down, man, Marcin Tybura is going to beat him. Marcin Tybura's got a good gas tank. Super veteran, man. He's been in there with everybody, so it's like... This is a huge step up in for Romanov, and I just do not see why the line should be that big. Maybe Romanov should be like minus 180, 190, you know what I mean? But if Marcin Tybura does end up having good enough wrestling to hang with Tybura, because like I said, I've seen Marcin Tybura out-wrestle one of the better wrestlers in the heavyweight division, which is Sergey Spivak. Tybura's got a win over him, you know? And I feel like if Sergey Spivak and Alexander Romanov fought, like, I don't think Romanov would be near the favorite he would be over Sergey Spivak, you know? I think that fight would be a lot closer. And I think I watched Tybura beat him, and I watched Romanov struggle so bad with Juan Espina, man, that I'm gonna take Tybura. I don't know if I'm gonna get to the cage to bet him, but as a giant underdog, man, I'm gonna take Tybura this week. I know people's probably gonna hate that, but it is what it is, man. And like I said, I probably won't bet it, but if Romanov passes this test with flying colors, then we'll start betting him different after this, you know. But after what happened with yesterday, man, I think when these two dudes get in the ring, get in that cage together, that right off the bat, 1 minute in, it ain't going to look like Romanov being a minus 300. I think this is going to look like a pick-em. This is going to be a back-and-forth fight. He ain't coming out here and just taking Tybura down and holding him down and beating him up like he did Chase Sherman. Tybura, black belt in jiu-jitsu, well-rounded, I'm telling you, man. Between him and Santos, I like both them dogs. So next fight is in the men's bantamweight division. We have Jose Aldo versus Merab Dvalishville. Jose Aldo's 31-7, currently sitting at plus 100. Merab Dvalishville's 14-4, currently sitting at minus 120. This is going to be an excellent fight, man. Excellent fight. We got Jose Aldo, dude. You know him. He's a constant veteran of the UFC, champion. Great striker, great leg kicks, great body kicks, great body punches, great boxing head punches. You've seen against Rob Font, eating him up with the head punches. You've seen him eat people up with the body punches. You've seen him eat people up with the leg kicks. Some of the best defensive wrestling, takedown defense in the whole game, in the history of the game. I mean, this guy doesn't get taken down. Those are just the facts, man. Excellent boxing, like I said, to the body and head. Excellent power still in his hands. Excellent power in his kicks. He doesn't throw them as much as he used to, but still. He's looked really great at 135 in his last 3 fights, man. He has looked good. He's got a win over Chito Vera, which, in a 5-round fight might have been different, but that's still a win over Chito Vera, dude. A very, very tough win. This 3-round fight, in my opinion, favors Jose a whole lot. You know what I mean? If he keeps it standing for the 3 rounds, in my opinion, he's definitely going to win, and he definitely has a chance to do that. Still has a great straight right and left hook, and his only losses are to complete studs. You know what I mean? The Marlon Moraes, that's questionable because I thought he won that. But other than that, even his losses lately, Max Holloway, the only people to beat Jose Aldo besides the bullcrap Marlon Moraes is Petr Yan, Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway, dude. And you know what I mean? Them 3 are savages. Them 3 are savages in my book, and have a way more well-rounded game than Merab, Dvalishville, and are bigger. Merab, Dvalishville, great wrestling. Dude has great wrestling, great chain wrestling, great pace. He has actually pretty good striking, man. He's good spinning stuff, good kicks, good punches, really nice body lock takedowns off the cage. He's really powerful spinning back fists, good leg, body, and head kicks. Really nice dirty boxing and uppercuts, especially in the clinch, man. I like this guy. He's super tough, excellent cardio and pace. I've watched him. John Dodson was able to shut down his wrestling. When his wrestling gets shut down, he's not the same fighter. Like him and Dodson had a great fight. Him and Cody Stamann had a great fight. Cody Stamann was actually taking Merab down in that fight. So I think Jose Aldo is the guy here, man. You've been hearing Merab talk about going down to 125 after this fight too. Jose is actually going to have a size advantage. He's 1 inch taller with 2 inches of reach, and I think Jose Aldo is going to have the way better striking. Not way better, but definitely better striking. I think he has the defensive wrestling to hang with Merab, and if not, Merab usually takes a guy down. You don't have the jiu-jitsu to keep him down. They get back up. That's why he gets 25 takedowns per fight, and he's not going to hold Jose Aldo down even if he gets a takedown or 2. And Jose Aldo, man, he don't just get held against the cage, man. I really like Jose Aldo in this fight. He's only 34. He's not like an old dude, too crazy old. I think Merab, he's, after this loss, is going to drop down to 125, man. I really think that Jose Aldo gets this win. I think he gets this win by decision. I think he uses powerful leg kicks. I think he uses really good boxing to piece up Merab, and I think he shuts the wrestling down. I think he gets not a dominant win. I think this is going to be a really good fight no matter what, because like I said, Merab ain't a fish out of water in the striking, but give me Jose Aldo, man. I don't know if I'm going to get to the window to bet this because it's just such a close fight to bet, but I'm taking Jose Aldo, man. Next fight, fight number 11 is in the men's heavyweight division. We got Tyson Pedro versus Harry Hunsucker. I have no clue why this fight is going on in the UFC and definitely on the main card. Tyson Pedro is 8-3, currently sitting at -715. Harry Hunsucker 7-5, currently sitting at +485. Tyson Pedro, the UFC obviously loves him and hates Harry Hunsucker. They keep putting him in there with everybody from Tyson Pedro's camp to knock him out cold. Tai Tuivasa got him, Justin Tafa got him, and now Tyson Pedro is going to get him. Tyson Pedro has good striking, powerful striking, good wrestling, good offensive and defensive wrestling. Excellent ground and pound. You've seen him ground and pound Paul Craig out back in the day. Excellent jiu-jitsu, man. Really nice straight hand with power that's fast. He can beat you up standing or on the ground. You see he's got super powerful leg kicks, what he did against Joey Villasenor last fight. Just really good, man. I think he can win this fight however he wants. Harry Hunsucker, I don't even know why he's in the UFC. Got beat up on his Contender Series fight and somehow got in the UFC. Yeah, man, decent side and push kicks, pretty fast hands, actually. He's dropping down to light heavyweight, so that might help him a little bit here. Decent submissions, Really not a good fighter. He's a terrible fighter. Can't take a punch. First time he gets hit hard, he gills for a way out. Go watch his other 2 fights. That's what's going to happen here. Tyson Pedro is going to finish him in the first round. I actually do have Tyson Pedro in that parlay with Albazi and then one more person. But I'm also going to be looking at betting this under. I bet Tyson Pedro under last time against Ike Villanueva, and I'm going to do that here again against Harry Hunsucker, because Harry Hunsucker and Ike Villanueva is about the same people, except Ike Villanueva is actually tougher in my opinion. So give me Tyson Pedro by first round finish, and I got him in a parlay, like I said, because I believe all the values there. He is not getting beat by Harry Hunsucker. It does not add much to your parlays, but it will add something. And he's not getting beat by Harry Hunsucker. Even after yesterday, I don't care. He's not getting beat by Harry Hunsucker. Fight number 12 is in the men's middleweight division. We got Paulo Costa versus Luke Rockhold. Paulo Costa is 13-2, currently sitting at -300. Luke Rockhold is 16-5, currently sitting at +235. And yeah, man, Paulo Costa, he's looking great. If you see him on his Instagram or any of his videos anywhere, man, this dude is in excellent shape. There's gonna be no weight problem this time. He looked if you watch him, he still fought good and hard against Marvin Vettori and still had good cardio and stuff and toughness. But man, he did not look like the cut up dude that he's looked like most of his career. Like if you go watch him when he fought Yoel Romero, he's back to that, man. Excellent striking, good offensive and defensive grappling, really nice left hook with power, man. He dropped Yoel Romero with that. Really nice boxing combos with power, throws power in both hands, man. Crazy hooks. You see him get guys up against cage. Even Yoel Romero stalked Yoel Romero down and landed big shots on him. Excellent body punches and kicks. He really works the body good. He's got excellent head kicks. You've seen him catch Marvin Vettori with the giant head kick. It's just Vettori has a great chin, man. Good at ripping left hook to straight right down the middle. Just that lead left hook, boom, straight right down the middle. And it's nice, man, with power. Really good striking defense. Excellent when in a war, and I mean that like with the Yoel Romero fight, or anybody that he can draw into just a slugfest war, man. He was doing good against Marvin Vettori. I thought that he could even have won that fight like that. That was a weird fight, man. But KO in both hands and both feet. And Luke Rockhold, man, he hasn't fought in 3 years. He comes back. It's like the UFC, like give him a decent fight. They always want to put him in there. His last 2 fights was like Jan Blachowicz knocked his head off. Bunch of people. He's been knocked out. Let's see, he hasn't won a fight in 5 years. Hasn't had a good win in 7 years. His last win was 5 years ago against Davis Branch, but he was getting beat up in that until Branch kind of gassed out and he was able to take him down and finish him. But or KO him. But his last good win was 7 years ago against Weidman in that title fight. Pretty good striking, nice calf and body and head kicks. Like he really does have good long striking. Like he has good power in him. He has really nice fast like axe kicks, question mark kicks. Really good striking, man. He just hasn't looked good in the last 5 years, and his chin can't hold up to like striking. He has decent wrestling. He has really good grappling when he's on top. Like if he can get this fight to the ground and get a lot of top control, he could get a finish here. He could get some type of submission or ground and pound. But Paulo Costa has really good takedown defense, man. You seen Yoel Romero try to take him down. He has fast hips and super powerful. 3-round fights definitely going to favor him here too. But Luke Rockhold, man, he's really good fighter, really is, really well-rounded, but his chin just doesn't hold up. And I just think Paulo Costa is going to touch that. Paulo Costa is going to touch that chin in that first or second round. Get him backed up against the cage where, Luke has terrible problems. You've seen Yoel Romero, just a ton of people knock him out cold. His chin's not great. Give me Paulo Costa. I'm going to take him by first or second round KO. The line's big at 300, and I'm just not going to trust Paulo right now. Like I said, I got one parlay this fight. I ain't putting in more than one parlay per card now. So the Vegas can throw 13 fights with 12 minus 300 freaking guys like they've been doing lately, and I'm just going to figure out some other ways to do it because yeah, man, it's just tough. Like I've always said, it's too hard to predict one fight in the UFC, let alone 2 or 3 in a row or on one ticket. So yeah, man, give me Paulo Costa by first or second round KO. I'll look at the over-under prop when that comes out. But other than that, yeah, man, I'm probably going to stay away from that fight for the most part. We're to the main event, fight number 13 in the men's welterweight division. We got Kamaru Usman versus Leon Edwards. Kamaru Usman is 20-1, currently sitting at minus 360. Leon Edwards is 19-3, currently sitting at plus 275. And man, I love Kamaru Usman. Pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the world. And pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the history of the sport. Excellent, well-rounded fighter. Really good striking. You've seen him lately knocking out Gilbert Burns, knocking out Jorge Masvidal, knocking down Colby Covington a couple times in both fights. Excellent wrestling, defense, offensive wrestling. Good BJJ. He's got good top control, good ground and pound. You've seen he was able to hold Jorge. He hasn't used it much lately, but you've seen against like Masvidal and Woodley, he was able to take him down and hold him down with ease. His boxing is excellent now. Excellent left hook and straight right hand. Obviously, excellent power in that overhand right too, where he hit Masvidal with, put him to sleep. Excellent takedowns, excellent ground and pound with good elbows, excellent power in his right hand, excellent cardio and toughness. That's one thing this dude got. He doesn't really get tired, even though he kind of did in that last fight with Colby Covington. But Colby Covington is a different kind of beast, just like Usman, that Leon Edwards is not. Excellent cardio and toughness. He's basically the perfect fighter, to be honest. Big dude for the division, long reach. He's got excellent wins. 2 wins over Colby lately. He's got a win over Burns, 2 wins over Masvidal, a win over Tyron Woodley, and that's going to be important when I start breaking down the wins of Leon Edwards, because he has the worst road to a title. If you go look at the actual people he's beating, excellent kickboxing though. Leon Edwards has really fast kicks. You've seen he was getting them off against Bilal Muhammad and looked really good with them. Good leg kicks you've seen against Nate Diaz, he has really good wrestling, super fast and explosive when he lets go, but he can be low output at times. He has excellent movement and face, really good defensive strike, good defense, for striking. His left head kick is fast and powerful, like I said. Really nice leg kicks, calf kicks, really nice left hand with speed and power. But I feel like he has a little gas tank problem, in my opinion. You've seen him against Gunnar Nelson, which is one of his wins that he almost got finished in the 3rd round against him when Gunnar was able to take him down and start beating him up and mounted him with like 30 seconds left and almost got the finish. Like I said, his wins are like Gunnar Nelson, Nate Diaz, just like, go look at his last like 6-7 wins, dude. Half of them aren't even like in the UFC anymore. He's got his loss to Usman. His only good win was Vicente Luque, where he was able to out grapple him. But his other wins are not good. With his gas tank problems, I think he does have good offensive and defensive wrestling, but it's not going to be as good as Usman's. But I don't even know if Usman's really going to use that. I think Usman can clinch up Edwards against the cage, land some takedowns maybe if he wants to, but I don't know. I think he's going to have just as good, if not better, striking. There's no way I'm fading Usman here. Like I said, he's one of the best fighters in the world to me. Colby Covington would beat up Leon Edwards, man. You see Nate Diaz almost finished Leon Edwards, dude. I mean, if Nate Diaz, when he rocked Leon Edwards was fucked up, dude. And Nate Diaz pointed at him, flipped him off like he does, but then just like literally walked there for like 8 seconds. Was like, come on, let him recover. I don't know what that was about, but I'm all over Usman here, man. I don't expect him to finish Leon Edwards, but I do expect him to get a dominant win over him, man. Like I said, if you're out there out striking Colby, you're going to be able to out wrestle Leon. I don't know if he'll do that, and it will be tough, but I believe, and then he's going to have a way better gas tank. So yeah, man, and toughness, way better chin. Like I said, I've seen Leon get hurt against freaking Nate Diaz in his last fight. I don't know how you get a title shot off of beating Nate Diaz, to be honest. Like, at 170, terrible. So yeah, give me Usman, man. He finishes off my only parlay of the card. I have Usman, Tyson Pedro, and Amir Albazi. I like all 3 of them guys to get dominant wins here. I got 3.5 units to win 3 units on that. That's going to be my biggest bet of the card. And then I got a couple over-unders I'm looking at, and a couple straight bets I'm looking at. So there will be only one parlay. We learned our lesson on that, and we're going to get back to that winning ways. I'm trying to get back to another sweep like I had about 2-3 weeks ago. And I think we're going to do it. Everybody, please, right now, man, take the time to like and subscribe to my channel. I know last week sucked, but every other week's been good. I was 5 out of 6 weeks winning. I was 3 winning weeks in a row, so that did stop all that. But we'll get right back on that winning streak. And I'm Mr. Pay-Per-View, so we're definitely winning this week. So everybody, thank you, man. Please like and subscribe. Please go check me out on Instagram and YouTube at Blood Money MMA Bets. You'll get my early betting slips. You'll get just some of the things I think on Twitter. Look for me and Johnny K Picks live show on my channel this week, and I'm also going to be doing the live show on UFC 278 for my channel on Saturday. We're going to go live 2 hours before the fight card. Johnny K Picks is going to be out of town, so it's just going to be me and 3 to 4 other cappers. So I'll look forward to seeing you guys then, man. Good luck this weekend, everybody. We'll get over that last week, man. Like even when I went 5-0 and won 9.1 units 2 weeks ago, what happened? We just get on to the next week. When you lose, you get on to the next week, man. So I'll see all you guys later, and good luck. Bye.